here we are again, Derek and Joe, like spring lambs skipping across the meadow here at Cruise1st TV. Always lovely to see you. Do you fancy some exotic getaways? The answer has got to be always. So let's cruise with Costa in this show. Big, bold and brave with her ships and her journeys too.
Yeah, they certainly are. We haven't had a Costa show for a while, so let's revel in some wonderful all-inclusive adventures later. We'll go Buenos Aires to Barcelona, later on the Costa Fabulous, or Fabulosa in Italian. We'll take you from Dubai to Rome on the wonderful Costa Smeralda for March next year. Both packages have amazing prices and great solo rates too.
Awesome. Let's start with the Cruise1st exclusive then, shall we? An adventure of 26 nights with a cruise on Costa Diadema over 22 nights, which if you upgrade to Ocean View, will upgrade you again to the doors and the fresh air of the balcony. Right, let's rattle our Arabica beans and get started by flying on the 18th of April to Santos in Brazil. Ooh. Interestingly, the port where most of the 35% of the world's coffee production is shipped out of, hence the Arabica beans.
Okay,
anyway, we're staying in Santos in a hotel for 3 nights in this city. And I'm guessing that this is the city of coffee as well. Now, mixed coffee and Costa Cruises, of course, and you're going to get that beautiful, beautiful aroma of chocolate.
Oh, nice. I love that. Okay, so it was actually coffee that transformed Santos from a seaside resort into one of the world's greatest seaports. It's one of the world's biggest and greatest seaports, but there's lots to explore in the surrounding area around Santos. I've been to this port. It's brilliant. It's sort of the gateway to, loads of great, incredible and iconic seaside towns in Brazil, which you can easily visit by train, by the way. Then it's time for us to board our fabulous vessel. We're going to be on board for a really nice long stretch of 22 nights, which is amazing, as we discover the uncharted territory, the coast of Brazil. Take us all the way back to Southampton, which is brilliant.
I know, this is such a cruise, it really is.
Such a cruise, and doing it in all Italian luxury style. Now, of course, these are Italian flagged vessels, so you do get that flair, that drama, that excitement that an Italian ship really does deliver. I mean, again, look how operatic and fun the theatre is. The spaces are going to be glamorous and gorgeous. Think the Milan Opera House, think the Piazza in Rome. That's the kind of vibe you'd expect to get on board the ship.
Think of the scale of everything as well. I mean, look at the sheer space and the scale and the size of everything. That's what I love about these ships. They are fantastic. And you're going to have, again, a lovely melting pot of passengers from around the world taking these cruises, because this cruise line really does grab attention around the world and is very, very popular indeed. So lots going on, but still lovely, attentive service on board, and the food looks great.
Yeah, perfect service. And of course, with it being an Italian ship, you're going to have some of the best Italian chefs creating fresh pizza, pasta, beautiful breads. Every single day, they bake fresh every single day on board. They have an Aperol Spritz bar. You can do your Italian wine tasting. There's loads, of course, of all the activities we love on board when we're on board a ship, such as your daily quiz, your bingo, your Sudoku, your game shows. They do love their game shows on Costa.
Oh, yeah.
So if you love that interaction, be prepared for lots of knock your socks off, fun, interactive game shows. And a fully equipped spa, of course, with all your favourite treatments, from a fire and ice pedicure through to a beautiful full body massage. Maybe you're going to treat yourself to an Indian head massage, a hot stone massage.
That sounds good, doesn't it?
Maybe you're going to go and enjoy some time on those thalassotherapy beds with the sauna. They usually do like a nice crystal cave as well.
Plenty of time too.
Yeah, exactly. We're cruising straight out of Santos into Rio de Janeiro. There's nowhere on earth like Rio, let me tell you. The white sand beaches of Copacabana, the swaying palm trees, the immense statue of Christ the Redeemer, which I'd highly recommend visiting by funicular. Book a tour when you're on board to take you there. Then it's Salvador. Oh my gosh, this is an amazing city. UNESCO World Heritage. You must head up on the Elevador Lacerda, which is an iconic monument there downtown, and the Pelourinho neighbourhood is colourful and exciting. Macau is next, and this is your beach resort for the day. Brazil's premier beach resort. You have got paradisical beaches with that perfect turquoise ocean and crystal white sand. It is magic. It is gorgeous. Then it's Fortaleza, lovely place to visit. This one, a superb climate. Again, a real premier beach resort in Brazil. There's the Cachaça Museum, shall I say, that you can visit while you're there. I know they make a great cocktail. Then it's Tenerife after we've skipped over the pond. And of course, this is known for its geothermal activity, part of the Canary Islands. Lovely, hot all year round climate. Monkey Park you can visit while you're there, and Mount Teide National Park is really interesting. Then we're skipping over to Funchal in fabulous Madeira. Beloved by many, a wonderful European port. Now they're known for Mount Toboggan, where you can actually head down Mount Toboggan in the wicker sleds. Have you ever done that, Derek?
No, I've seen other people do it. It does look
it's fun.
Rather hairy.
Cadiz is gorgeous. It's a picture perfect southern Spanish seaside port, but of course you are gateway to Seville, so make sure you take a tour there if you can and see the amazing Alcazar of Seville. Then we're heading to Lisbon, and we've got an overnight in the Portuguese capital, which is brilliant because you can see Lisbon by night. Head out on the wooden trams, maybe up to the St. Geronimo's Monastery, grab yourself a pastel de nata and a delicious I can't remember what they call their coffee with milk, but it's a coffee with milk. Very good over there. Then it's Vigo, and we're here in Galicia in north of Spain in Vigo. Known for the Sierra Islands, where you can take a lovely ferry trip out and enjoy the amazing archipelago there. But you're not far from Santiago de Compostela, an iconic city on this itinerary. Then it's Le Havre for Paris. Yes, head over to Paris. It's about an hour away. Beautiful sights to see, including Notre Dame, the Eiffel Tower, all the big ones. Le Havre itself is a nice sleepy seaside town as well. Guess what? We're back into Southampton.
We're home.
We're home.
How good is that?
You've gone all the way from Brazil to Southampton. You haven't had to fly.
How did that happen?
The novelty of this. I absolutely love this itinerary. For
Isn't
people
it brilliant?
Well, especially if you've always wanted to go further afield, you're thinking, I can't do both flights. I could do maybe the way out. But, well, guess what? You don't have to fly the way back because you cruise the way back.
I know. How cool is that? A really, really lovely trip. Again, this is one of those needle in a haystack offers where you get more cruise than you can ever imagine for the price. And as Joe says, what a journey of discovery this is. Yes, you're flying out to Santos. You're having some time there in Brazil. Now, Santos you might not be as familiar with, but the other ports on the cruise in Brazil, you definitely will be as well. It's going to be brilliant. So included in the price is that flight out to Santos, 3 nights in a hotel there. 22 nights of cruising with Costa from Brazil all the way to Southampton via the Canaries, Spain, Portugal and France. Deposit today on this offer is just £249 per person, which is incredible. Get ready for a price tag you are not expecting, because actually when you look at this price tag you kind of think, okay, that's my time in Brazil, what happens then? Do you know what I mean? It feels like in your mind's eye, that's your flight out to Brazil and your few nights in a hotel there. That's it. Surely I'm done there at just under £2,000. Nope, that's that 22-night cruise, which remember is a full board all the way through to Southampton, and we end up back in the UK. Now, exclusively to Cruise1st on this offer, if you book an upgrade to an ocean view stateroom, we'll upgrade you, again, a double upgrade to the balcony, which is brilliant. And adding a drinks package to this is really, really simple. Great value as well, starting from as little as £24 per person per day. So let's have a look at those upgrade prices then, shall we? So if you look, they're both the same. They're both the same. It's a 22-night cruise, remember. So you go ocean view, we upgrade you to balcony. They're amazing ships as well. They always cast a spell on you, these ships. They're incredible. People love going back, not just because of the value, but because actually they love it. They love the activity and the fun and the adventure and the entertainment and just the sheer kind of, easygoing nature of this cruise line. They just do it so effortlessly. And these are bigger ships, with more people, but the service still feels like it's for you. You still feel like you know what, I'm being treated on this cruise as well, which I think is incredible. So if you want to know more, or if you want to tailor that in any kind of way, by the way, just talk to the team. You've got the number on the screen. We're open 7 days a week to talk to. And it's incredible.
Sorry, Tarek. We've been talking about everything else about how great this. I still cannot get over that price tag.
I know.
From Brazil.
That doesn't need our help.
To Brazil.
Yeah.
Flights.
Yeah.
Stay. Under £2,000. Sorry, I've just slapped the sofa with excitement.
Crazy,
but
isn't
really,
it?
that is absolutely outstanding. I don't think I've ever seen a deal like that. No, seriously.
And how many different places are you going to on that holiday?
It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, it's a dream trip. Anyway,
it is.
I will come down, Mr. P. Don't worry.
Yes.
Eventually, I will. But you know, I travel a lot. I pay a lot of money for travel. Sometimes unnecessarily. It's about booking in advance, as you know.
Yes, and does it all last minute. That's why. Yes.
Well, look, we're all like that with our schedules, aren't we? Sometimes, but if you can really lock in these deals ahead of time, guys, get ahead of the curve. You really are winning with travel. You're winning the travel game. And we have another couple of...
I wish you'd take note of that, actually, when you plan yours. Anyway, right.
Listen to
let's
yourself,
get the
Joe.
next two offers on board for you. The next two offers are all inclusive. Cheers to that. Brilliant. Music to our ears in the cruise industry, and what Costa is famous for as well, actually. The first is taking us from Dubai to Rome on one of Costa's latest addition to the fleet, actually, the Costa Smeralda, and we're meeting her in Dubai, so let's fly out there first. 12th of March next year, we'll fly you over to Dubai. It's a place you need to see and stay in, so we've booked you 3 nights in a hotel, and the first 2 nights of the cruise are also overnights in Dubai. So a total of 5 nights in Dubai, which is like a holiday in itself, really, isn't it?
I love that. A mini holiday in Dubai. Sounds all right to me, especially if you're out there in... Especially if you're out there in March, because I mean, yes, we might be lucky with a few sunny days in March, but most of the time, it's pretty gloomy still, unfortunately. But this is, I mean, we're in the desert. We have got that all year round gorgeous sunshine and heat, which is my favourite type of climate. And Dubai is amazing. You know, it's the city of gold. And then we're heading on to the Costa Smeralda, and we have got a brilliant cruise for 19 nights on board.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, Derek,
First 2 in Dubai.
First 2 in Dubai. So again, some extra time tacked onto your Dubai adventure. Do a spot of shopping and, of course, enjoy everything it has to offer.
I bet the view of the skyline over Dubai from where you're ported is fantastic of an evening as well.
Oh, yeah, it can't not be. That's one of the most famous skylines in the world, of course. Then, yes, one of the newest ships to the, of course, the Costa fleet. The Smeralda was launched in 2019. So you've got all of the hallmarks and of the developments that Costa has made to their fleet with these beautifully inviting spaces. You can see the amount of spaces well on offer. And you're going to be all inclusive. So that is going to include, of course, your drinks, and you're going to be able to choose from a huge array of different drinks on board. You're talking about all your ice blended drinks and cocktails, your spirits, your wines, your beers, and non-alcoholic. This is the thing, like even if you don't drink alcohol, still go for the all-inclusive, because you're saving on your coffees, your soft drinks, your waters, all of these things that add up to tens of pounds a day. You're getting included.
Yeah,
it just
absolutely.
makes sense, doesn't it?
Do you know they have a museum on board on this ship as well? The Costa Design Museum, 400 square metres, dedicated to the excellence of Italian design.
Oh, I love that.
And will feature lots of the names actually that were involved in designs of these ships. You just saw the speciality teppanyaki there, which is always good fun to do on a cruise ship. You can see some of the entertainment spaces here as well. How incredible is that? It's amazing what they can do with sound and light at sea. It really is. Beautiful looking ship, and you will be on board for 19 nights. Remember, the first 2 nights are in Dubai. So where are we off next?
We're off to Abu Dhabi as our first port. Gorgeous, clean, chic Abu Dhabi. You have the Ferrari world to visit while you're there, which I've heard amazing things about. You can take a little desert safari, maybe ride a camel, head out and see the sand dunes. Then it's Salalah, in Oman, which is known for its gorgeous mosques, its beautiful beaches as well. Lots of history and architecture there to enjoy. Next up, it's fabulous Aqaba, which is gateway to the eternal ancient city of Petra. Oh my gosh, this has to be my number one visit to ancient ruins of all time. It's incredible. Do your trip there if you can. Or the Wadi Rum Desert is great. Then it's Alexandria, Egypt. And this will allow you to do a trip to see the pyramids of Giza, the Sphinx. You can see the museum in Cairo as well. Hook yourself up with any of those trips with your Shore Excursions team on board. They'll get them taken care of. Then we're into Greece, Piraeus, which is the gateway to ancient Athens. And you can visit, of course, all the big ones, the Parthenon, the Temple of Zeus, and you can even take a trolley tour around the back streets, which will enable you to see a little bit of everything. Naples is on the cards next on this itinerary, and we have loads to see in this part of the world. Of course, we've got Pompeii, the ancient city, Herculaneum, Vesuvius, the volcano that started it all, Capri. Oh, you'll just have to pick and choose here because there's so much to see. We're cruising into the port for Rome and disembarking, and we'll fly you back to the UK after this brilliant Mediterranean and Middle Eastern adventure. Wow, with a trip, of course, starting off with 5 full days in Dubai, 3 in a hotel and 2 on board the ship.
Well, and for me, the best thing about this, and I know I'm the only one at the moment that has the price information, you're about to get it, but given the number of nights and where you're going, this is pretty darn good, let me tell you. This would be good if you're going to just one of those places, I think. If you were just going and staying in Dubai, getting your flight to Dubai, having the equivalent of, you know, you've got 3 nights in a hotel there and then the first 2 nights on the cruise in Dubai as well. So let's just call that for a second, for argument's sake, the equivalent of 5 nights in a decent hotel in Dubai. I think the price I've got for the total thing here is the price that you would expect in your mind's eye it be to fly to Dubai, have your 5 nights in a hotel and then come back. This is the perfect getaway for early next year. 22 nights in all, including the flight, of course, from the UK to Dubai. 5 nights there in total, as we said, 3 nights in a hotel, 2 on the ship. It's a 19-night cruise altogether. It's all inclusive as well, which is even better, cruising across to Rome. And then, of course, included is the flight back to the UK from Rome. Oh, we've put a low deposit on this one as well. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Just £279 per person today. Deposit locks in this price tag, and this price tag is well worth locking in right now as quickly as you possibly can. And if you're a solo traveller, I tell you what, your price tag is excellent on this. 2299 per person is just exceptional for where you are going. The broadness, and I say this all the time, it's about the breadth of your travel. Yeah, sure, we can all go on a holiday which flies to one place, stays there for 2 weeks and then flies back. We can all do that. We've been doing that for years and years and years. Cruise holidays are so popular because you get to see so much in one holiday for the price that you would spend going to one place. Do you know what I mean? Let's look at that upgrade price, shall we then, for you? And more importantly as well, the solo price. It's on the list of ticks there. You see his little arrow at the bottom says call to cruise solo from just $2,699. I was going to say per person there. $2,699. That's all it is if you're going solo. It's just me, thank you. And I'm just paying for me. It's amazing, that deal. It really is. There are your prices at the bottom of the screen to upgrade to Ocean View and to balcony as well. But seriously, solos, I know you're always looking for a good deal. Well, that is it right there. It's incredible for what is included. So call us right now. Do not delay. You've got the number on the screen. Call us, remember, 7 days a week. And we've got all of the Costa cruise deals on our website as well at Cruise1st.tv. Something else which has just popped up at Cruise1st.tv as well is this. Now, this is our latest collection of bucket list adventures, and it's called Cruise1st Collections. If you haven't physically got a copy, then you can read it on our website right now. Just go to Cruise1st.tv over on the left-hand side under the Cruise with Derek logo, and you will find it there. It is brilliant, really, really good. Big adventures like Panama Canal voyages, Golden Triangle, Taj and Tigers, Japan Spring Blossom, Snow Monkeys, Thailand, Vietnam, Hong Kong. It's all in there, and the Calgary Stampede too. So make sure you go and have a look at it. You can read it digitally online on our website, Cruise1st.tv. Go to the left, go under Cruise with Derek, which you're booked on, obviously, and you'll find it there. It's called Cruise1st Collections. Wonderful.
Nice.
Wunderbar.
It's all about those snow monkeys, I tell you. Got to go and see those.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, next, it's time for us to voyage to the fabulous, or should we say, favolosa. Our Italian's getting better by the second,
We're
Derek.
brilliant.
In fact, we can just run a course soon.
Absolutely.
It's the name of the ship for our next trip, obviously. So it's another all-inclusive offer for you with Costa Cruises for the 29th of March next year for 3 fabulous weeks. Now, we're going to start with a flight over from the UK to Buenos Aires.
Ooh, nice.
Yes, in Argentina for a 3-night stay in a hotel. Wow. We go out in style when we cruise with Costa on these trips, don't we? Buenos Aires, Argentina is an absolutely magical city. I was fortunate to spend a month there a couple of years ago. And my goodness, it's everything and more you'd expect. It really is. You get to see live tango in the streets. This happens a lot in Recoleta, which is the area with all the coloured houses. You've got the most beautiful architecture, sumptuous food. Of course, they're known for their amazing steaks.
Steaks, yes.
Yes, and you've got to try whilst you're there the mate, which is their specialty, and the alfajores, which are like dulce de leche cookies. They're famous for those as well. It's amazing. Then,
Nice.
we're heading on board to the Costa Favolosa. Just love the name of this ship.
I know.
18 nights of all-inclusive cruising. So this is all of your drinks. Remember, that is everything.
Oh, more tango there.
More tango. Of course, your cocktails, your spirits, your wines, your all of your soft drinks, your water, and things like that, and coffees. Of course, your specialty coffees like your Americanos, your cappuccinos, all included in your cruise fare as part of our all-inclusive Costa package.
Not the shopping though.
Not
but
the shopping.
You've got to see it.
Yeah,
you've got to see it.
And of course, you're shopping tax and duty free in certain parts, so make sure you
Yeah.
enjoy that as well. And the dining, I mean, they really do. The Italians love to get dressed up to dine every night, and that flair is really reflected in their vessels. Of course, I'm not saying everyone on board's Italian, because they're not, but they have a lot of Italian staff and visitors. So people love to get dressed up, and it is an option, on a formal night. You don't have to go to the formal dinner settings, but they are there. Of course, there's all the fun for the kids, like the water slides and the kids centre as well. If you are travelling with the family, they have a simulator, which is great. But there's also the low-key areas that you'll get to just, kick back and relax and watch the world go by, watch the world float by, shall we say.
You know what we need to do? We need to find the way to Amarillo, which it's a bar, but for the best gelato in the world. Show me the way to Amarillo.
And
I'll be straight there.
you're going to hugging your pillow
Yeah,
every
definitely.
night. Exactly. What's your flavour, Derek?
Oh, marron glacé, which is chestnut. I love that. I had it in Spain once. Absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to enjoy that.
Nice.
Mine's Nutella. We are cruising out of Buenos Aires, and we're heading straight into Rio de Janeiro, the city known for carnival, colour, excitement, cachaça, which is their delicious caipirinha. Of course, they make the cocktails there. And Christ the Redeemer. You've got to head up to see Christ the Redeemer while you're there. Recife's up next on the list, located on the island of Recife. And it's been called the Venice of Brazil because it has lots of crossed waterways, linked by a lot of lovely bridges, and lots of history and architecture there to enjoy. Mindelo in Cape Verde is next, and this is a little island off the coast of Brazil, known for San Vicente, its main port district. It's very volcanic, and it's also known for its gorgeous beaches and ocean. Then we have a couple of days at sea, seeing us into Gran Canaria in the Canary Islands, of course, known for its geothermal activity, great Maspalomas dunes, beaches, and just that really cool downtown area. Because we are in Spain at the end of the day, there are lots of lovely architecture there. Casablanca next, of course. Who could not know the name of this port from that famous movie? But there's so much more to Casablanca than meets the eye. You've got the Casbah, the old districts, Central Market, beautiful mosques. It's an imposing and interesting city. Now, we are disembarking in Barcelona, where we'll fly you back to the UK.
Is that not one of the most fascinating itineraries you have seen for a long, long time? I mean, you're starting off in Argentina, and then you're coming down through Rio and Brazil to Cape Verde, into the Canary Islands, into Casablanca. You've got lovely days at sea in between to relax and enjoy the ship and actually be on holiday. And then you finish in Barcelona. Now, if you want to add a stay in Barcelona at the end of that, that's absolutely fine and dandy. Just talk to the team and we'll make it happen. This is such a great value offer for the time away at the end of March next year. So, big shopping list, actually. Sounds expensive, this, actually, doesn't it? the flight over to Buenos Aires in Argentina, 3 nights there in a hotel included, and then you've got 18 nights of cruising. We've just talked about the route that we take, but don't forget it's all inclusive as well. So think about how much that could be costing you on a daily basis. Just even if you're not a big drinker, you know what it's like, you know, bar prices anywhere. They're great value on cruise ships, but if it's ticking up every single day, then it's money you've got to think of at the end of the cruise. If you're all inclusive, it's all taken care of, isn't it, along the way, which is brilliant. Wonderful, wonderful journey, as we say, coming back from Brazil and then ending up all the way in Barcelona via some just beautiful, beautiful places. Plus, of course, your flight back to the UK from Barcelona. Again, we've got low deposit on this one. Bit of an odd number, this one, £266 per person, which is brilliant because it means that you can say, right, lock in that deal for me today. And here is that deal. Here is that deal. Bear in mind the cruise is the lion's share of this and it's all inclusive. I mean, 2699. And that's flights all sorted there as well for you. It's brilliant. I have to tell you, well, you know how good value that is. You don't need me telling you. You know, because how many different shows do you sit side by side and watch? You can see the value there. It speaks for itself. Let's have a look at upgrades then, because if our lead-in price is that good, remember all the upgrade prices include the drinks as well, which is fabulous. So ocean view and balcony, you might want to spend the equivalent, I suppose, of what you might have done, or a share of what you might have spent on drinks if they weren't included, by treating yourself to the upgrade.
Right.
Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it?
Yes.
Sounds like a good idea. And low deposit today locks it in for you. £266 each locks it in for you. I don't know why I'm laughing at that. It's just a funny old number for a deposit, isn't it? But again, look at the solo price on this one. It's just £300 more than the price per person if 2 of you share, which is just brilliant, isn't it? It's absolutely phenomenal and unheard of, actually, quite honestly, that, you know, in travel, we're getting there, aren't we, with solo prices, but, you know, lots of travel companies are really getting with the program right now, but often, still now, you know, if you travel solo, you expect to pay on a lot of package holidays, like at least 1.5, if not 2 times the price.
Yeah. I love that these options are happening now, because it needs to happen.
It's great.
Because so many people are cruising on their own, and you very well should, because there's the whole world out there to explore, and the cruise is I think one of the safest and warmest environments to do it in.
I think so,
especially if you're traveling on your own, and you will meet people, and look, you don't even have to get off the ship sometimes. The ship people become your family, especially when you're cruising for a longer amount of time. So yeah, just get out there and enjoy it. And with these new solo deals, there's no reason why you can't.
Yeah, you never feel unsure either. You never feel unsure.
No.
You know, quite often when I've been on a filming trip on a cruise ship, I'm going there on my own essentially. So you kind of have to. It's fine. Honestly, it is fine. You are not solo for long. You're meeting people, chatting to people, as Joe says.
You especially are.
In a nice, safe environment. Well, I can talk a glass eye to sleep. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, listen, thanks for your company. Stay right where you are. Please don't move a muscle. Remember, there's plenty more shows, and we're on our YouTube channel. Don't forget, of course, live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you can tune in whenever you like. Oh, and late nights till 10 on our Sky channel now as well, which is even better. We'll see you back here for more soon. Bye-bye.
Mind how you go.